Hey there everyone, welcome to SpeedGaming and welcome to even more Ocarina of Time Randomizer. We've got a soda special today in Cola and E-Cola, who we're going to be shortening into Eco for today, just for simplicity's sake. And I love that Eco has already started off by putting himself down as Cola TV as well, so thanks for that. I'm joined by Matt. Hey Matt, how's it going?
Hey Chuckles, welcome. Yeah, this is going to be a great race. Two runners that have to finish. They're doing their third and fifth race respectively. Looking forward to all the misspeaks we're going to make with the cola situation.
Yeah, we're going to be confused as heck today. So yeah, XS saying emo soda should have been on comms for this because that would have been the soda trifecta completed.
And Fanta tanked, of course.
Oh, and Fanta, yeah. So yeah, like you said, Cola's third, Eco's fifth qual. Cola's first qual actually went a bit sour and was on restream for that. Only got 50 points, I think. But second qual, which they did Sunday, they won or got something like 104 points for it. So I think even just having like an okay qual today will put Cola in a pretty good position. But winning will be a really good position. And we're off.
Yeah, we're off. Yeah, I imagine he needs like 90 points, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of a low start for his first one, but getting 100 in the second one is just great. And we start in CAC as adult, so let's get ready for a very basic start as we get a strength on the windmill.
So Cola skipping the open grotto. I'm assuming he's going back soon.
Yeah, and I didn't even read the hint that Eco picked up there. But yeah, we'll see both runners complete their adult CAC segments. What's this, like the 10th qual we've done here now, so you all are kind of getting used to very standard openings that we have. I think that was ZL or maybe Bolero that was picked up then.
Oh, it's Bolero, yeah.
Okay. So I was going to say if it was ZL, that would be quite a powerful song, but Bolero gets us a free song in the crater.
So let me just get everything set up correctly. One moment.
Okay, heading towards the graveyard. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see when Cola goes back to the grave, with the grotto that he skipped. So maybe he'll just save quit out of the Dampe race and get back there. But Eco's actually going to play Bolero here to pick up the song and do some peaks quickly. That isn't going to help me.
Yeah, I imagine they play. Oh, there's ZL actually, or in a Bolero check.
Yeah, so there's both of the red songs. And Cola picked up the fire arrows from the shield grave. So useless item at the moment, but may be important later on. Not really sure.
So the next time we'll be confused is when they pick up either Song of Storms or Nocturne?
Yeah. The way the songs work is that there's 12 songs and they're paired up in colours. So like Bolero and ZL are both red, and Song of Time and Serenade are both blue.
Oh, so that's how it works. Keep that in mind for my next race.
Yeah, and we how this works is that we get a free song from ZL, because normally you get a song from completing the Zelda's Lullaby kind of route through the castle, but we don't do that. We get a free song, which means another one of our songs is an item, because we start with Prelude, and the ZL was actually the item this time around. So even though we're supposed to have two songs, we only have one. I hope that makes sense for everybody.
Yeah, so that means that all the song checks will actually be a song. So no risk when you try to rush ice that it's maybe not a song.
Yeah, imagine Russian ice and it being a nut.
And they're
talking Russian ice. Wow, if this was ice percent, we'd be rolling at the moment. ZL and a bottle.
We still need to find a way to hand in the letter. Oh, actually we have ZL. But we don't have bombs and we don't have scale. So.
Yeah, we can't actually hand in the letter yet. Something that I often forget about, like wanting to rock up to hand in a letter. And here's the hint again, and that's the central pillar is a small key.
So Ecola is having a nice time with the Damper race. ease of 50.
Nice. And yeah, here's Cola going back, walking round to Man on Roof and the guy on the grotto as well. Did you know, fun fact, that this man on the roof is in Majora's Mask as the person who owns the shop in Clocktown?
No, I didn't know.
There we go. It's definitely him because he's got the same trousers on.
Maybe he got the farthest second hand from somebody else.
Yeah. I just love that they just made a game with just the exact same actors. It just changed the world a little bit, and it was like a completely different game.
Okay, so Cola's running up the mountain, which is a diversion from what Ecola is doing.
Yeah, Eco picks up the ZL, which allowed him to conveniently get into the grave here to pick up another song. So if this is a warp song, Serenade.
It's probably working out nicely for Ecola.
Yeah, I was thinking if that was something like Minuet and be able to get into the forest to pick up the forest song, that would be really powerful.
At the same time, it's not really bad for Cola to get back to it. Your spawn is pretty close. Basically a nocturne spawn, if you can say it like that.
Okay, so meds are Deku the Light Medallion, Shadow the Forest Medallion, Spirit's the Fire Medallion. We started with the Water Medallion, Fire the Shadow Medallion, and Water the Spirit Medallion.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, is this going to be just another 2-hour jet, or is this actually having some surprise in store for us?
Yeah, our stones, so got to remember that in these settings, we need 3 stones and the Shadow and Spirit Medallion. Our stones are DC, Jabu, and Forest. And we already have Ruto's letter, so the 3 stones might be kind of quick. And then our Shadow being Fire, kind of just need the hammer, really. Water, lots of different combinations, but definitely need the long shot and irons logically.
My feeling is that when you need to do water, it tends to be that long shot is very far locked away in the seed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my best guess is that we are in for a 2-hour plus race.
Okay, we got a Forest Waft, we got Fire Foolish, so required Foolish Fire, which is nice if the BK is early, because we don't need to worry about climbing the rest of it. We had King Zora's dead, so there's more Russian ice potential. And we got a dual hint for Child Spirit being Achaean dead.
Cola's really pushing his progress so far. He's skipping the skulls, he's skipping the rupees.
Very classic Cola, overly aggressive, I would say. But, you know, sometimes it pays out for him, and this kind of aggressive style, sometimes it doesn't, so.
He does need a good score, so that's what he's betting on.
That is fair, yeah. I think I haven't done the maths on his side on kind of what he would definitely need to get in. I think an 80 would be fine, but this is just Cola's style. He's always pushing the aggression. He was one of the first when S5 started to be skipping the small chests all the time, so it's just his playstyle.
The last time I was watching Cola doing an SGL race, he was finishing without a shield in Ganon.
Wow, that's not a place you.
I think it was last year's tournament.
And I know he was skipping like the Ocarina mini game as well and things like that, which became a bit of a thing in Triforce Blitz, another format. But
yeah, that's how he lost the finals actually.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't there? There was something on there, so.
He was racing what the hells. He was racing what the hells, and he skipped like the Ocarina game like 3 times for his hammer. It was a bit painful to watch.
When you make those decisions, it's you know, sometimes it bites you in the butt, but sometimes you win because of it. So inside the wall, I don't know if we've seen it twice now. I'm gonna put my money on it being the light arrows. But I don't know. That's just kind of a guess. It
To
was
be honest,
something.
to be honest, I didn't really look at it, so it might also be Deku Seeds.
But we don't have a slingshot yet, so it might be a wallet as well. Oh, Shannock's seeing Dins on DMC wall, so get your guesses in chat. Let's get a bet going. Let's start this off early. What is in the wall?
And Sarias in Child 1. It's always nice. Always like to get Sarias early.
Sarias and Ziel. So, School Kid and Dancing Dad in the segment, but only if you can blow up the boulders, which we currently can't from the angle of Lost Woods.
It always feels so great when you can do the Runia in Child 1.
Yeah.
It's just so efficient.
Because you're always leaving that child-born city. If you don't do it first time, it feels so bad going there again.
So, are we safe quitting out of London range? We do.
Yeah, random spawns, so that's why we started as adult in Kakariko. We would really hope something like child in Kakiri Forest.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play Prelude out of that. So that guard won't let you through. She'll say something like, "Oh, this is the Gerudo Fortress, the home of the Gerudos." But she won't budge. So
can we also just traverse and get the song in Requiem?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's something you could absolutely do. So the setup to do Naked Wasteland is exactly the same as Child as Adult. So Eco could have gone to the Desert Colossus and picked up the Requiem song there.
I always love those wonky spawns. It makes for interesting watching and interesting logic.
So it was, say if you start with only Freezy out, and if you have Freezy out and have Prelude, then you have to be able to access the Temple of Time, or the Big Po place, or somewhere like that, some random location, without playing Prelude. But because we start with Prelude, it's given to us as an item, we can actually start anywhere. So, for example, in S5, you wouldn't have been able to start where we just started as Child. But in these settings, you can do.
Shoutouts to Fire Foolish.
If this was 5%, we'd be running straight through.
I see what you did there.
Hey, you are the king of 5% at the moment, as the only person to have completed a 5% seed.
That's probably correct, yeah. All jokes aside, did we find anything in Midos, or we still have to go there?
We haven't been in there yet, no. No, Eco's checking the Kakiri Sword chest first.
I don't know if anyone watched Icolo yesterday. He was going full troll mode in restream against Ryukane. Started in Child Market, farmed some rupees on the bridge, and then did chickens.
No way, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Was that a French restream?
It was a League versus Ryukane, as restreamed by the French community.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
Not sure who won that race, but it was fun to watch.
I think Ryu won.
By like 2 minutes?
I think Eco DNF'd.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh,
big boys.
That's a big chest.
Hookshot.
Wow, and some bomb shoes as well. So bomb shoes and big chests, not in logic though.
Those runners are going to be happy with those bomb shoes. Now we can actually reach the Runia without walking all the way around.
Yeah, good point. We mentioned before that we've got the stuff to do Dancing Dad, but didn't have a quick access from Lost Woods. But now with those bomb shoes, we definitely do. I wonder how many it is.
Child Grand City is always one of those locations that can really, hammer your score if you don't do it early enough. And there's something important.
And talking about picking up shoes, Hyrule Field is way of the hero. And the vast majority of those checks are blocked behind boulders and grottos, so could be that we can use those shoes for them.
Out of the backwalk here on Icola's side, that's not what many people do.
So efficient.
Harukasu at hero.
Whoa! Okay, and now with the shoes, we can do that one as well. So, field and castle way of the hero.
I really hope Cola is going to read that hint, because last time when he got this low score, he was baited by not doing Harrow Castle.
Oh, wow.
And the Harrow Castle hint was at Harrow Castle, so...
No! Cola, a little bit confused with where he's started.
I also hope they don't misread the hints, because Harrow Field, Harrow Castle, you might think, oh, this is the same hint I just got earlier.
Yeah, I actually had to double take and reading that, and if you're kind of reading it too quickly, you might be baited into thinking that was a double. Another big chest in Deku.
Meanwhile, Cola is using what I call Prelude Light to get back to Americans.
Yeah, cheap prelude.
Lens, ooh.
No magic at the moment, so it doesn't unlock the one check we can do with that, which is the treasure chest minigame. But also has Crossing the Wasteland implications, so we'll keep that in our back pocket.
Do we have any reason to assume that one of the runners might attempt crossing the wasteland?
I'm surprised neither runner went to the Colossus to get the song, because I think you can start there as adult. And like normally you could do an S5 as well, because you get caught and get sent back to the valley. So it's interesting that both runners didn't think about doing it as child. But I guess it's slow, you know, you may just pick up Requiem anyway and it's just a waste of time. You can do Deku, which Deku isn't a required dungeon today, but you know, it's Deku, like you gotta do it.
They probably want to have some more information about the seed and the song locations before they attempt that.
Yeah. Yeah, wildly out of logic, but imagine the seed sends you down this like massive path to get to the Colossus adult to pick up, I don't know, like storms from the desert, when you could have just had storms and your child won.
Nice B1 skip on Cola's side.
That was, yeah, I was going to say that was very nice. Cola picking up the hook and the chews. Mido providing today, and Cola is. Oh, it's
go ahead.
I was just going to say, is Cola skipping Deku?
That's certainly a play.
I mean, it's not required, and actually, Eco didn't find anything in Deku at the moment, so again, highly aggressive from Cola.
Yeah, that's so far it seems like it might just work out. Deku is the life medallion, right? So it's not really helping you towards the song either.
Yeah, I mean, you're only doing it for the items, and I don't know if Cola was quick thinking, like, oh, Cola doesn't know that Hyrule Field or Hyrule Castle is foolish, so...
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, he's going to miss out on those two very important hints.
You called it very early on.
It would be a sad way to go out for Cola. I think it's like his Achilles heel. That check has hurt him before.
Yeah. There are, every hint is duplicated, so there's 2 versions of each hint. So there's 40 hint stones, 20 hints. So maybe he'll head into the other one and we'll be absolutely fine. Whoa!
Oh, well, there's a bomb back.
We said Deku had nothing until Goma laid an egg and it was a bomb bag. So that's pretty big. 20 chews, you know, versus the bomb bag. Schoolmaster's dead. Bomb bag might be helpful.
Cola has 19 chews so far, so I'm sure he will make good use of those.
Yeah, I think a lot of seeds, 20 of them will be enough.
It's gonna be curious to see how Cola uses his chews. He might try to scum a few times.
I know what my mentality with 22s is like, and that mentality is...
Okay, that's
Yeah.
how you could
Whoa! That was nice. Using the tube to blow up the grotto as well. Very nice.
I'm going to take a moment of study because Cola is soon traversing the maze to get to his song. I always mess that up, so I'm just going to take a moment of study.
Yeah. Well, it was always like you'll see people backwalk in, side hop in. Until I watched one RSL seed and Marco, probably the best technician in the game, just rolled through it. So I was like, is it just quicker to roll through the maze? Like.
Yeah, just don't jump here because you really get bodied. So nothing on the Ocarina minigame. I didn't see whether Cola did that.
I don't think he did. Russian.
Cola's just not going through any checks today.
Yeah, he's just going to spend the day walking through Hyrule. Oh, there's the field!
But castle is more important.
Yeah.
Although they're equally important.
He actually, the reason why Cola didn't do very well in the first qual he played was because the hover boots was on Hyrule Castle Fairy, so...
With the hint for Hyrule Castle again on Hyrule Castle itself.
Yeah! Okay, that was inside the Royal Tomb, was a dead item and Serenade, which we know already because we picked it up.
Alright, both runners picked it up indeed. So Cola's going back adult. Where does he go to then? Maybe get Minuet, go into forest? I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, so as adult he could play Minuet. He could go into forest. What's forest? Forest is a stone, so pushing the medallion, the stone dungeon, pretty hard, potentially.
Risking that he has to double dip some of these dungeons.
With hookshot and strength, you can do... Well, he's actually playing Serenade, so...
Oh, he's going to field. Yeah, that's a smart decision.
Play the hero.
So Cola's going to be the first runner to show us what Hyrule Field walk is going to be. Most likely.
Yeah, the only one he couldn't do at the moment is the Tech-type Grotto. He can peek it, but can't actually get it.
Do you have visual cue for this Goron pot?
With the strength? Or...
No, just in general. I thought at some point I just had the right cue, but then I messed up like 10 times in a row. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely one. If you light the torches and run straight up to the pot, when it spins towards you, when it gets as close as possible to you, it would be the neutral face. And when it's at the neutral face, you chuck the bomb into the pot then. So basically, when it's closest to you, it should be a neutral face, and you chuck the bomb.
Alright, but if you miss a cycle, then it might be different.
If you miss, yes. So if you missed it the first time, mark it's foolish.
Oh, that's
If
a good
you
thing.
missed it the first time, then I normally wait for it to do 2 cycles, and then it's back to the cycle it should be after you lit the torch.
Ah, so that's what hurt me last time. I can see that. Market foolish
Yeah,
is
once you
pretty
miss
big.
the one, you have to wait a little bit longer.
So we're at
Yeah.
Hyrule Fields.
Market foolish, so that's a lot of, basically the checks that Cola couldn't do. The bomb tube bowling, because he doesn't have the bomb bag. Won't be doing that. And a couple of other stuff as well.
I would be slightly surprised if Eco also can go to field soon.
Yeah, it may take a bit more of a conventional route, and... What's this one?
Ice arrows.
Oh, the ice arrows. Oh, yeah, ice arrows. Not blue fire arrows.
The running hint.
Well, Eco's going to be spitting at that.
So everything might just work out for Cola if it continues like this.
Yeah.
I mean, he skipped the
Imagine
bomb bag,
finding
but he has
another bomb
twos.
bag. Yeah, 20 chews is a lot of chews. And if you pick up a wallet as well, you can buy it from the person. Like, 20's a lot.
Okay, big one. That. Oh, there's Hierophil again.
Yeah.
So Ecola's heading back towards Lost Woods. Where would he be going then?
He may go to
Oh, just
field
check-
from
No,
Kakiri Forest.
check the hints, yeah.
Oh, check the hints. Could play Serenade as well, do Childlike. Haven't found anything in Hyrule Field. We've got 2 checks left. The Texite Grotto and Near Market.
Okay, so he's continuing. He might indeed just go through Kokiri Forest to field.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Oh, going back
Going
in.
back in. Oh,
No, he
right,
hasn't.
he's saving the check for last, which is...
Yeah, sometimes if you head towards and get the song first, if you pick up Sun Song and you can walk back to the start of there's more chews down there, and walk back to the start of Kakiri Forest, that basically saves you like 50 seconds.
I do believe that OOT is sometimes hint, right, in these settings, so it might just be the song which is hinted.
Ah, that's a very good point. Yeah, so because it's 3 stone, yeah, you're absolutely right. It could just be the song that's on OOT.
That would be slightly disappointing for Cola, but at least it's good info. Oh, there's a big chest.
Oh, there's the Hyrule
Ooh,
Castle
Castle.
hint!
Very nice.
Whoa!
Ooh, no shield. Oh, that's going to... Is that going to be the Wath?
Well, Spirit is the fire medallion, so if it is the Waff, then that's going to be spicy. That would represent that either something is behind the mirror lock checks, or something is locked behind Burning Cat, which isn't always hint.
So clear your agendas, fellas, because this is going to be a long seed.
Yeah, it's either going to be bait, or it's going to be pretty much all dungeons, because Deku is the light medallion. Okay, and with another age change, Cola is Child, and with the Hyrule Castle hint, we'll be pushing the Hyrule Castle way of the hero.
So I'm assuming Cola is going to Hyrule Castle because Market is hinted foolish and he knows that. He might be the first one to reach the castle in the pool of runners.
Yeah, yeah. This is actually an interesting race because we're seeing 2 very different sides of the seed. That's the central pillar hint again. We're seeing a very standard route from Eco, just doing, you know, Lon Lon, Kakiri Forest, Deku, Lost Woods, now in Child, Lake Hylia. And Cola is just everywhere. Cola is left, right, centres, pushing the wafts, pushing the progression, so...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give Cola the slight edge here, especially if he doesn't do Deku at all. He might just find another bomb rack somewhere or get some more 2 packs. Magic. Another spirit hint.
I mean, we need magic to kill Ganon.
Oh, for sure, yeah. We don't need Shadow.
Don't need Shadow. Well, Shadow's the forest medallion.
Oh, we might still need Shadow, yeah. The magic is also often just for spirit.
Yeah, it could be key logic in spirit. I mean, there are no other checks in Hyrule Castle, so it's definitely that. So we'll wait and see.
So I'm curious to see if we find strength if the runners are going to do everything to just get into spirit as soon as possible, even crossing the wasteland as child.
There's the Darunia's Axe is dead, and Sun Song on Minuet. It'd be interesting to hear from chat and whether they think that the Mirror Shield is the way of the hero item, or if it's going to be the song. Because look at the songs we don't have. Nocturne, Requiem, Storms, even Song of Time. These are songs that are very often required in seeds. And the Mirror Shield is iffy at best at the moment.
Oh my goodness, that's a bow in forest.
Imagine finding a bow in forest.
Oh, we can full clear forest then. We have strength, we have Oakshot, we have bow.
Yeah. Get your blankets out. It's forest time. Yeah, forest is also way of the hero, so...
Cola's really on a hot streak right now. Everything's working out so far.
And this is exactly what he wants for his qual, so for those who coming in a little bit late, these are both on their final qualifiers. Cola kind of balked the first seed and got about 50 points, which is pretty low. His second qual, I think he won or came top 3, got 100 points, and would need a pretty good score to get a decent position in the top 32. So he's playing aggressive. This is Cola's style anyway. He loves to play aggressive. And it seems to be working out today.
I don't think we have to be worried for Ecola. He's going to make it to like 100%. he's just too good.
Eco just finds a way. Every time he just somehow nails it on the head. And I haven't watched much of Ecola. Like, I haven't watched many of his seeds. And I don't think I've realised, like, oh, there's Greg. I don't think I've realised how safe he plays. Like, this is a very safe route. This is Valley late. Like, I don't know. I've just not noticed that before.
Yeah, it's really a skill to recognize when do you need to do those slow checks and when can you skip those. And he feels like this is the seat where you just play a little bit more safe. Maybe also because it's a qual, he doesn't want to have a like last location in Sphere 0 check perhaps.
Yeah, I was talking to a few people about kind of play styles and quals and how that differs to a 1v1 match, because there's a lot more meta in how you play in a 1v1, but my mentality in a qualifier is just play safe. You know, if you know you're good enough like Ecola, like he's great. He knows he can play safe and get a good score, and that's all he needs.
He's even checking the back of lake hints. I've never seen that.
That's absolutely crazy. That's really interesting. That one's not going to be any good. That's a duplicate.
What could he be looking for? Do we miss like a 30 hint, I guess?
Yeah, 30. The other foolish.
That's going to be huge if he finds a 30 hint. If it's an item at least.
Well, because Cola's not getting to 30. Let's admit that.
Graveyard wave the hero.
Okay, what have we got from the graveyard?
The Gorn tunic so far.
The fire arrows.
It's spirit, right? Magic, fire arrows.
Yeah, I mean, this is completely cool. And like Din's fire is like in deep spirit or something like that. Like.
Oh, we found Ruler's ladder there. Okay, then.
Bruce's lesser. Nah, no. Not surprising for required Jabu in the seed, so we can slot that under obvious.
Do we have the right time of day to get to market on time?
This is close. It takes a little bit while for the owl to get up in the air. Go, 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 go! Oh,
yeah. Okay. Oh, he's just going tempo. This is pretty clever.
He's baited us. Does have prelude, so it didn't even matter if he got in there in time.
We didn't pick up Suns yet, which is an adult minuet. Is he going to play safe by collecting all the skulls? Yeah, it looks like he is.
Yep. I wonder how many skulls he's got at the moment. Okay, 3 I think that said, so he's not going to get to 10 here.
So how much did Cola get any in Forest? I didn't really pay attention.
I think he got a couple. Oh, that's 6. Okay, he's on 6. So if he got the bean one with one of the bottles he's got, he could get to 10. That would be... Oh no, he doesn't have another bottle of the Bruce left.
He's really playing it safe, E. coli. He probably doesn't want to miss anything silly.
And in the midst of him not missing anything, he hasn't really found anything, for one. And secondly, Cola is just whacking through progression dungeons here, so a Way of the Hero progression dungeon as well.
E. coli still has to pick up a mirror shield in the Boulder New Market.
Oh, look at this. Eco skipped man on roof. That is interesting.
Oh, that might be also the reason why he's playing it safe, because he just knew he had to do this as a child. Maybe forgot to do it as an adult.
Yeah.
Which is kind of likely.
Yeah, it seems to be... if he intentionally did that, that'd be kind of a Monka-esque thing to do, because you're risking a very early check. That could have something big.
There's money. Pick that up, yeah.
Big chest in Forest. Boomerang.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is Way of the Hero.
Cola just got routing this so far.
And it will be... This is Adult 2 for Cola. And I can put good money on us seeing Child 3 shortly. No, wait. We started as Adult. Is this Adult 3?
This is adult 2, right? And then we'll be child 2.
Okay.
We started as adult in CAC.
No, because he went back child to do the Hyrule Castle Grotto. The Hyrule Castle Fairy. I think this is Adult 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Might have
He
miscounted.
He did Adult DC, and then he did Child Lost Woods, and then he went back to Adult.
Yeah, but DC was still in his adult 1, I think.
Yeah. So Adult DC, Child Lost Woods. He went back to Adult, and he did... What did he do in that Adult segment? I can't remember. Too many times.
I'm just assuming that Icola is following Cola's steps. It
Yeah.
is the same things to do with magic. I'm not sure if he goes to force, but I assume he will.
Yeah, there's no reason for you not to go into Forest, and picking up the bow there is pretty cool as we get another big chest.
Good job.
And that's our logic to get the bomb bag.
Icola on 10 skulls right now. Would be massive to find out if 10 skulls is required. Cola seems like 10 minutes ahead in progression. And that we were only on the way for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna have Jabu to do, it's gonna complete Forest, complete DC. There's the magic for Eco.
It looks like we won't be able to avoid the double forest. That's what I'm assuming that's where Icola is going next.
It is inevitable. To say the least. I was saying that, does oh yeah, Eco does have Minuet, so you got that from Saria's. So yeah, it could be straight. Another big chest in Forest! Forest delivering.
Oh boy, that's the hammer. It's also super required.
Well, that's another progression dungeon to be completed. Wow.
So we're actually only looking for Water Temple then.
Yeah, we're looking for a hut and logically iron boots, but we could get 2 scales.
Yeah, if we have water temple access and long shot, then we are just done.
And then we know that the central pillar is nothing. But, okay, hear me out. Nocturne, his storms, and the light arrows are in bottom of the well.
I'm not going to ask you to repeat that.
Yeah, Mera's right. Calm down, Forrest. Forrest is annoyed that we keep saying that Forrest is boring, and it's like, hey, I'll give you some big chests, it's fine.
What if we just find long shot and water temple access on the way? It might just be a 130. Might be the fastest seed of all time.
Wow, imagine that. That'd be horrible for the qualifying points.
And then he's wasting too much chew so that he can't do DC yet.
Yeah, ran out of shoes. Okay, so we do have a... We did say, Matt, before the start of this, is that if we did get double Forest, we would ask for chat's help with something. Because there's a multi-world tournament approaching. And me and Matt are on the same team. And we're currently looking for names at the moment for our team name. So if there are any suggestions in chat, we are happy to take suggestions. If there are no suggestions, then you disappoint me, chat.
Yeah, what would be a good name for us? It's actually a matter of life and death.
Yeah, it's actually really... Like, if you don't have the best name in the tournament, then there's no point in you playing. Our third person is Mr. Cart.
Should we also bring in our suggestions so far? And...
Yeah. So, what's the current front runners, Matt?
Personally, I like Jabu's breakfast because carp is a fish, of course.
Our original suggestion was Washed for Life.
Washed for Life is also one, yeah.
And they're currently the two. So yeah, more suggestions, more help. Maybe we could put it as a command in the chat, so we could keep on bringing it up throughout the whole series. Nell, I see you in the chat there. You got to think of something. Think about the great puns of the snowplows in Minnesota. Come on, Mel. Relying on you here.
In the meanwhile, Cola has made his way to the basement. We're just looking at 2 or 3 more minutes of forest left for Cola.
Yeah, Eco's going to be delighted with the haul he's about to get from Forest Temple. We know, but he doesn't know yet.
Long shot one more time, please.
Yeah. Give us the long shot today.
I think it's one of my least favorite go modes, looking for a water temple entry.
You think?
Yeah, it just feels so bad just looking for irons or 2 scales.
I'll always remember one weekly I played it, and gold scale was available, and I was just there looking for iron boots. Everybody was finishing, and it was just in river. The gold scale was just in river, and I was so mad. Like the logic was actually AD for irons, but no, just pick up gold scale. It's fine.
Nice hook shot there from Ecola. Immediately climbing up.
Here comes Phantom Gunner.
Let's see how Cola approaches the boss fight. Is he going for the quick kill or for the baby strats?
Baby strats.
Anything but the quick kill is like baby strat to me.
We'll have a look. I'm not sure if Cola does know that. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see DC next. From Cola.
I think we'll be doing Jabu next, actually.
Yeah, yeah, maybe jabbing first.
I think you just want to maximize the opportunity to find an actual bomb back.
Oh, he doesn't have the bomb bag. Yeah, true.
Oh, we can also do fire. Yeah, we can also do fire, of course. It's pretty close. We have core and tuning.
Cola's having a bit of a time with PG. I don't really know what happened there. He seemed to get the ball into the ghost's face, but it just seems like the jump slash is
Oh, he just needed one more hit. Okay, that's PG down.
No, throwing for content was a different multi-war team. Mera, sorry. The clownfishes?
I actually like it.
I like that. And just before the end of Double Forest as well, so that was good timing.
Did Cola pick up the double defense? I think he did.
I think he picked up the good stuff.
Oh, he did, yeah. Oh, he's going to check defense.
And
Time
he's
loss.
already got this. Time loss.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Actually, they're very strong hints, and 9 out of 10 times you really want to see those hints. But yeah, he already ran into the copies of those.
Imagine checking back of Deku hints as adult. So slow.
Yeah, when it's open Deku, yeah.
There we go. Here's a save quit. Save quit gets to CAC. So it could be DC first.
Oh, right, that's also a good one, yeah.
Could also do archery game here as well.
Maybe Archery and Sunsong Grave even. Graveyard is still Path.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Or Wath, I should say. We already found a lot of good stuff in Graveyard. I don't think Sunsong is going to change that.
The Triforce team? I like it. Or 3T.
Because we'll be trying this week.
Yeah. There will be trying involved. Probably very little succeeding getting involved, but...
Alcola didn't do the read yet.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, with the hammer now, that aids kind of the chew situation. Don't need to be using the chews in these situations as adult. Could just use the hammer.
So we already found a lot of good stuff so far, and wouldn't be surprised if for the next 15 to 20 minutes we wouldn't find anything useful.
Yeah, we're probably gonna we're probably gonna find nothing for the next 30 minutes. Cola's already done the vast majority of DC as well. He's already done up to the shortcut, so only 2 checks actually left for him.
So what does DC give us? Oh, another stone. Actually, the stones are already in logic, so we can already check the song.
But yeah, could check the Hyrule field, potential where the hero if it's not the mirror shield.
I think actually that's also why you maybe should prioritize DC and Jabu, just to get the song, get your information.
Yeah. Before thinking, oh, it's mirror shield. I mean, every song you're going to get is going to be a potential way of the hero song. Because it's going to be, what, Horse for crossing, Storms for Storms checks, Song of Time for GTG stuff and water stuff potentially, Nocturne for shadow access, and Requiem for song and spirit access. So every song is going to be, oh, maybe that's Way of the Hero.
Yeah, they're all high value. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some ice at some point.
Yeah, because again, that ice song is going to be important too. So still another Way of the Hero to go, and still another Foolish.
There's so many ways to play the seed as far as we can tell right now. You can basically do a lot of dungeons in any order.
Yeah, I think independent of the order that you decide to do it in, it just makes sense. For those who are kind of newer to the game, let's see if this is... It is big chests, so we'll pause the thought that I was going to have.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, and that is logically bomb locked, so you logically need bombs to light up the eyes to get to this part of the dungeon. So that is a bomb locked bomb bag.
Cola will be very happy to see that.
Yeah, now he just needs to think about where the bombs are. He probably would never find the bombs in the Deku tree now.
He's already gambling. If you don't do it early, you're just gambling that you don't do it for a pretty long time.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of want to back your gamble, so if you're skipping Deku...
We do have Go Mine Logic with the slingshot, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, with the slingshot and forest, it wasn't bomb locked.
So,
yeah, so I was quickly going to say that kind of your order of operations in this is kind of, you want to, if you could do a progression dungeon, you do your progression dungeons. If you, like, accidentally backwalk into items in those dungeons, then it's only good for you.
oh, strength 2, this is huge.
That is big. So that's now a lot of adult spirit. That's now a lot of GTG when we get access to those two regions. Currently can't even, out of logic, access them.
Yeah, I think you just do Jabu now. I hope for a Requiem on the OT song, and then maybe do Spirit for Longshot or whatever is left.
Cola is changing. He's going to do Jabu.
It's been working out incredibly well. It's hard to believe that your items can be placed so, yeah, actually exactly where you want them to be.
Yeah. Cola playing Serenade. Doesn't have a scale. I hope he realizes this. Oh, he's just taking me out. Yeah, this is quicker.
Even without a scale, you just use the owl. Interesting.
So this is going to be our first look into River.
I don't expect to find anything anytime soon. We found so much stuff already.
Hey, you said that, and we found a strength, so...
Yeah, I'll keep saying it so I can go to bed. Early.
Yeah. Good point. I actually have to go into work tomorrow, which will be a shock for me. I'll have to get on a train and everything.
Imagine that.
Imagine waking up.
We don't have storms yet, so we have to isolate one of the chicks here.
Yeah. Yeah, can't do frogs in the rain.
So with Cola's playstyle, are we going to skip the open grotto here?
I tell you what, if he's thinking about going into ice at some point soon, it's so much quicker to do it as adult.
You might want to find. You might want to read the hints though.
Yeah. Now look at this ultra safe play by Cola. Checking open grotto. Checking the Sphere Zero location.
Cola must feel great at the moment. Everything has worked out for him. He can lose a few seconds here and there.
Yeah, everything Cola's doing is kind of turned to gold today. Oh!
Burning Kek has storms.
Called it! Called it! Tell me where the light arrows are. Oh, and there's the duplicate of that.
Oh boy. Okay, so storms would be Shadow Spirit.
Yeah, and then we started with the Water Medallion. So two of the bigger item required dungeons.
We don't have anything for Shadow yet except magic. ignore some milk.
Makes sense. About to hand in the bottle. Oh, you do have ZL, so if you pick up the bottle, you can also check the hint down there. And then just play ZL.
Yeah, we're talking about Carly here, not gonna happen.
No, we're shocked he did open grottos, so...
Is he going to read this hint? OGC foolish.
A bit of a waste of a last hint, as Eco actually did the zero cycle on Phantom Cannon. Well done on that.
Winning back like half a minute on Cola.
Yeah.
Cola doing the swag strats with the back walk.
You got to be confident in your Zora diving abilities to get this in. Because by the time you get back to the pool, you only have about 20 seconds left.
I think you should be fine with a 4 dive even. You'll have more like 1 second left. Rupees are not placed very well. I only count 4, where's the 5th one?
Was that a 2 just straight off the bat? I think it was.
It sounded like a double.
Yeah. Easy in the end. Hey Ponswag, yeah, chest match contents in this, so all of our juicy items are in big gilded chests. All of our small keys are in small silver lined chests, and our BKs are in blue and yellow big chests. I'm looking forward to actors matches content, so if Anju has a important item, she will be really big and colourful, but if it's dead, she'll just be small.
You mean actor size matches content? Actor appearance. It's
Or
wearing a
both.
golden dress, for example.
Can't wait for key sanity to be on, and Anju is silver.
That she's handcuffed when it's a key.
Oh dear. This is a child-friendly program, Matt. Oh, there's the valley hint! That is the best hint in the entire game. That valley hint. Anybody who thinks that the valley hint is a bad hint is just bad at the game, because Gerudo Valley sucks.
I also noticed that the jewel hints are kind of weighted towards Valley and Lake. So I think there are like 3 of the hints are Valley or Lake.
Yeah, I think there's like 12 in the pool.
Even more reason
4 of them are Lake.
Even more reason to try to skip them early.
Yeah. By the way, I am memeing a little bit. I actually hate the Gerudo Valley jewel hint.
Yeah. What would you like to see instead?
I'm not really. I don't know. I kind of was hoggy for the dual hit to start off with. I think it negates a lot of plays that you can make, especially with things like free Scarecrow being off. Like Valley Lake is just a bit of an absolute nerfed play, and it's sad to see those kind of gambles taken out of the game. Yeah, me? What? Yeah, Ponswag, you're kind of right. There's what like 5 different OOT events going on if you count Scrubs, League, SGL, RSL, Ladder, all those stuff going on. So this is the same as Scrubs in terms of the win conditions. It's 3 stones, 2 meds, the Shadow and Spirit Medallion specifically. But we do have chest size matches contents. We do have dual hints as Eco finds the BK early in fire.
Yeah, that's like the 4th check, so that's an early big key.
Yeah, and it being foolish, we know that is it. We don't need to do any more of this, so nice to see.
He's actually being nice today. Wow.
Mm.
Well, we don't know how long it is, so let's not cheer too early.
That is true. point, don't we? I don't actually know how that worked out key logic-wise, and whether this is hard hovers locked. Volvagia being a small key may give us a greater indication of that.
I think if we were on 0 keys, then for sure it was hovers locked.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't see whether that was the first check in the lobby.
Yeah, it was the first check in. It was the first check in the.
So he didn't even do the second check in there. So that might be a key. Might not be.
So you need 2 keys to progress there. So if he was on 0, then for sure this is going to be a key. I like the thinking. PON3 swag.
I don't know whether it would be worthwhile just to check to see whether this is hovers lock, because I guess completing fire doesn't give you a song, so it's not like that this is going to give you a lot of information about where the hovers could be or not. This could be, logically the last dungeon. But yeah, maybe in another seed, if this was the fire medallion or the forest medallion, maybe seeing if this is hovers lock would be interesting. Even then, you can't guarantee it by just checking that check, because you could run out of keys at any point in fire. So
Shoutouts to both of those runners who were blasting through the seed. So like not even 1 hour on the way. Look at what we've done so far.
Yeah, look how many dungeons we've completed. The seed has been nice to us in that we've been able to do the dungeons that we need to do, and we can't do the dungeons that we don't need to do. But yeah, especially these runners are flying through this.
I was skipping the key of obviously it's foolish. I was shocked for a second, but then my brain kicked in.
Yeah, sometimes we need to restart our brains. Let's give a quick shout out to the runners who are playing today. So we've got Double Soda today, we've got E-Cola and Cola who are playing for us, playing in their final quals of this. We'll talk a little bit about the qualifiers and how that's going overall if we get a little bit of time. So thanks for both of these for allowing them to showcase them. And then tracking today, Shannock and Mera. Mera is also one of the admins for the tournament, responsible for organising all this, so thanks so much to Mera in particular. Thanks to Shannock for tracking once again for us. And then you've got a nice duo of me and Matt today. Potentially 2/3 of the Clownfishers, 2/3 of Daddy's Breakfast. We don't know yet. We don't know. But thanks for being here, Matt.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with you in comms circles. So let's see if the runners can extend our time a little bit, or if they just want to.
Yeah. Oh, we're
this
going to be done. Yeah, Carp is streaming at the moment. Somebody go into Carp's chat and say that we've got a name.
It's a democratic decision, 2 versus whatever he thinks.
That's it. That's it.
There's another big chest here on the Cola side. See? And there he is dead.
Yeah, hey, that is nice.
Not going to be important to wallet in the seat. We have a current tunic.
Do we have a Zora tunic?
No, we don't, but I can hardly see that it's going to matter.
Logic would have a different plan for that.
Forrest, where's the hero? You don't say.
Yeah, I only had 100 items. Is that double Forest now? No, I think that's only the second time I've seen that.
Alright, oh, that's Dins actually.
Oh, well done, Shannock. Shannock won the prize of IDing that right from the start. So, Shannock, for that, you get pat on the back. Well done.
And a pat on the other shoulder from me.
Double pat.
Is it the second Forest? Or is it like a double hint, or is it like just a second hint?
That's just so we've seen Temple of Time and DMC all
Oh, right. What's E-Cola got to do? Cracking someone's skulls in on the way to DC.
Eco could do Jabu. That's 17.
He's already on 20 almost. Kind of crazy.
This one down here would be 18 if he chooses to pick it up.
100% he's going to pick it up. Oh, he's going back in for the 3 checks.
Cameras are still here as well. He hasn't picked it up.
That's marinade down for Cola. Clean marinade.
Clean. It's almost a meme in the community now, isn't it? Calling Baronade a clean Baronade.
Yeah, I don't even know where it started. It's just always the adjective to use.
Yeah, and it's like this is gonna be really weird. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah, that we only really say like clean Baronade. We don't use that adjective with anything else.
If it doesn't work out, is it then a dirty marinade?
Very dirty. Very dirty Baronade. And I know you like your bot memes as well, because I know you're a big fan of the Ognob meme when that was about.
Can I find a replacement for the second comp, please?
That was so funny.
We're not going to get back to the Ognob. I don't think Cola checked those 3 checks here in Coron City.
I can't recall us being here.
And again, Cola is right to skip it.
Here's OOT. This is going to be really interesting.
I'm gonna say Requiem.
And this was actually a good idea doing DC first, because then you get to do get the OOT as Chow after you're doing Jabu.
No, Shadow.
Well, pick your poison. Do you want it to be Nocturne for Forest Nocturne, or do you want it to be the Mirror Shield for Fire Medallion Spirit?
I'm just gonna say that Song of Storms. I think the seed is pointing us towards Song of Storms.
I think it's big points, isn't it?
But what if... What was Burning Tech again?
Storms.
Oh, Storms, yeah, of course, yeah. Never mind. So where could Requiem be? Would it just be vanilla, or could it be an ice, of course?
Could be vanilla. I like vanilla.
I think Spirit is also the answer, although it can also be Shadow, of course, yeah. Mirror Shield is probably not necessarily Waft. It's more likely that the Nocturne is Waft, actually.
Yeah, I think there's more checks behind Nocturne and a whole song behind it as well. Maybe it could be Requiem on the green medallion.
So the Mirror Shield was just to please the never buy a shield people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's interesting. And if Requiem is on Requiem, then going and crossing the wasteland early would have been an interesting move.
Alright, yeah, we need Spirit as well for Song of Storm, so they might both just be what?
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
Your kind of little small prediction of us not finding any items is coming true. We're now kind of repeating Cola's and Eco's steps now. So Eco is in DC. We know that there's a strength in DC at the end. And Cola is in fire. We know the BK is pretty early in fire.
So Dins was in DMC Crater Wall. I keep saying DMC Crater. It's like double crater.
Yeah. Death Mountain Crater.
Yeah, so the runners are going to follow each other's steps, and then it'll be interesting to see who is actually ahead.
Eco has to do the entirety of Jabu. probably.
So
I don't know,
was
how much do
pretty,
you
yeah,
think
Cola must be
damage
ahead. It's like 10 plus minutes, maybe
Yeah,
even.
plus getting there, doing the domain checks as well. It's a good 15 minute commitment, that is.
Cola is like 10 minutes ahead on Cola on progression. So it all depends on how much casino we have to do later in the seed. If Cola can make that up.
Yeah, and when Cola decides to dip into Deku, which we know doesn't have anything, but Cola might feel really ahead and start playing safe again.
Do we have all the way of the heroes? It might just be way of the hero bomb back. And Deku.
We do have a missing Waff.
If it's missing Deku Waff, then he might just get back baited in.
We haven't seen that fourth bomb bag yet, so.
What did you say? Fourth bomb back?
A third bomb bag. Sorry, I thought it's not plentiful. Played too much plentiful.
I always like to say that runners get their bomb backs in. Good runners get their bomb backs in reverse order.
Yeah, who needs a logical bomb bag? Yeah, good. I like what Ponswag is saying on Cola's. I think we've got Cola's. Yeah, so Cola's playing on emulator, so it's playing on version, I don't know, 1.1, 1.0, 1.1, I can't remember. And Eco, I think, plays on VVC, so would be on 1.2.
Yeah, we highly suspect Shadow and or Spirit to be required for Song of Storms. But I can also see a lot of ways around it. For example, it leads to irons and we have coastal somewhere. So it's still far from clear how the siege should be played from here on.
Yeah, we're going to get to a point where there's going to be decisions to be made, and it may just end up that we naturally find ourselves into a shadow progression, or we may need to make a bit more of an advanced decision on where we go to next.
I can see runners going eyes for the song. I can see runners trying to sequence break into GGG.
Well, we physically can't get to GGG at the moment. We don't have we don't have record.
Yeah, we can't get there. Yeah,
the entire desert actually is locked off, which limits our choices basically.
Yeah, so then ice is starting to look juicy.
Yeah, really, where else do you go? Like, Eco has done the vast amount of Child. A couple of Goron City checks have opened up since getting Bomb Bag as Child.
So Ecola is going to check 10 and 20 soon, so then we can see if Cola's in trouble or not.
Oh yeah, 10 and 20 schools would be really interesting. 10 and 20 would be really... I would really juice up this restream race.
Yeah, I think that would basically be the game end of game almost.
Yeah, because I think
Cola's not going to collect skulls.
Yeah. Here's 10. And 20.
Ooh. Just a Stone of Agony.
10 and 20, a waste of time today.
Doing all this effort, 20 skulls into Stone of Agony.
Yeah, that's vanilla as well. That is vanilla. It's wallet, Stone of Agony, and then like 50 rupees on 30. Or is that the other wallet? I never collected the skulls in the vanilla game. And I never did 10 big pose.
I think if you play vanilla for the first time, I think you get up to like 30 or 40 and when you beat the game.
Yeah.
Because there's so much skulls that are in weird locations, like in night only or weird places in dungeons where you have to get back to.
Yeah, like some of the child ones where you can't get them on your first visit and you have to come back to, which is is actually, when you think about it, for 1998, is a really interesting mechanic that kind of exists in a lot of Metroidvanias now. So before its time.
Good old times where games were still broken and fun.
Yeah, that's why we're all stuck playing a game from 1998.
There's almost no room left that we do the vanilla way. Or the intended way.
Yeah, how many... the stuff that we do, the kind of stuff we do in the unintended way is kind of remarkable. Like, look at DC. DC is 2/3 longer than what it actually is, and we skip so much of it.
Also, just note the fact that we're backwalking everywhere.
Yeah, did I ever say it? Like, I was playing one time, and a friend, like a real life friend of mine, like came into my chat and was like, "Why are you walking backwards everywhere?" And I was like, "Oh God, you don't even know like about this. This is going to be a long conversation." What did you respond?
Did you tell him that you don't walk backwards? Daily life?
It's like, no, this is yeah, this is regular behaviour, isn't it? Walking backwards everywhere.
Okay, let's see where Ikola is going. Doesn't have a skill, so I don't think he's going joggle from here. Or he's taking the long way around, not using the owl.
Or is he going to do Goron City first?
I think he already did Goron City.
He didn't have a bomb bag to do. No wait.
He beat Toma first.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Oh, just target into Jabu, I suppose. Forest Wind. Ooh, it's juicy.
Could be helpful.
Hey,
you know what's open now? That we've got 3 stones.
In Ganon's Castle.
Inside Ganon's Castle.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was buying more sticks for Jabu. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Always keep track of your ammo.
Yeah, what could we do inside Ganon's Castle? We could do everything but Light Trial.
Can we do Shadow Trial too? Don't have hovers, don't have...
Fire arrows.
Oh, we have fire arrows,
we can do. Yep. Lots of different combinations to get the second chest in the game, in Shadow Trial, which is actually strength 3 in the vanilla game.
I would like to see hovers in Shadow Trial too.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be really fun. So you can get to that second check in Shadow Trial, for those who are unaware, with long shot and hovers, dins and long shot, and the fire arrows.
So Cola is going to... Where's he going to actually? If you wanted to go to... Castle, you could just use Prelude, right? Oh, he's going ice. He's going to do the ice play.
Yeah, he's decided to head to ice.
The moment we've all been waiting for. To figure out why ice is required this time.
Will it be the song? Will it be a randomizer? Only the rando gods know.
Or will it be both? One of the 3 options.
Yeah. Well, we know it's definitely a song, because we already picked up our item song right at the start. Our item song was Ziel today.
And we also know it will be a good song. Like Eponas is pretty big. I think Song of Time is the one you don't want to pick up
yeah,
now.
as long as Father Time would be the worst, but it could be helpful for later. We need to do water. We need to potentially do GTG.
I think maybe we can actually rule out one of the songs. Because if it's not Requiem, how do we get the spirit?
Yeah.
Oh,
It would
Eponas,
mean-
yeah, we can be Eponas, of course.
It could mean that the long shot is available somewhere, maybe in Shadow.
We do have lens, I believe. Yeah, we do
Yeah.
have. Was it in Deku? It was in Deku, right?
It was in Deku, yeah, so Coda actually doesn't have that. Yeah, so kind of seeing the gap in between these two runners now. Oh, Coda going to despawn the ice around King Zora? No.
So if it is Song of Time, then we know that Longshot is actually readily available somewhere.
Or Nocturne, or Complete and Shadow has bonus.
Oh, yeah, that's also...
Oh!
Okay. Well, that answers it.
But now we know what's here.
Requiem and Ice, that's a good find.
Yeah, you now know that this is a fine song. And that makes the initial crossing that we said at the start to get to Colossus as child makes that song a bit worse.
Yeah, for sure we're not crossing as child anymore.
Yeah. Don't have the iron boots, so can only keep this check at the bottom of the iceberg. Couple of ways you could do it. You could just see up, and it's pretty good.
It's a scale. I think it's a scale.
Yeah, that looks like.
No, or maybe not.
I have no idea actually.
It must be some sort of arrows.
See, it did look like a scale, but it looked like gold scale, which it couldn't be. So what else could be? Maybe just a scale. Maybe it's just a scale.
I think it's still a scale, yeah.
Yeah. Shannock did well with the peak earlier today, so I wonder if they were able to ID that. Trust in Shannock.
What would we be without chat?
Yeah. He would be rubbish.
Picola making his way to Jabu. Finally. Like half an hour after Picola. Probably even more.
He's going to be frustrated with the hints he's picking up because he made his way to do Dancing Dad early on and got a sometimes hint for that. He made his way to Valley as child in Child 1 and now has had a sometimes hint for that. So he's going to be a little bit frustrated with the hints he's getting.
There's the big boy here in ice.
Yeah.
We're still on the arrows as well. Just going back to the scale for a moment. If that's indeed a scale, then we for sure know that we need irons. And we can't sequence break into Water Temple.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Okay, thanks, Shannock.
Also yours.
That was easy. Like we were saying, very limited actual locations where the hoppers could be, so... Even though getting Requiem here would open up the entirety of Spirit.
I think if Cola had Furores here, I think it might just be a good idea to just set Furores and do Shadow first.
But do you want the song?
Eventually, yeah, but...
Just come back.
What if Shadow has all the items, which is possible, I think.
Would mean that you couldn't use Furores in Shadow.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true actually as well.
It's only a couple of rooms that you do use it.
Yeah, you don't want to set force and not be able to use it somewhere else. That makes sense. But I do love when setting force and ice makes sense. But this is not the moment, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've seen a couple of people have froze and not have a bottle, and you go to ice without the bottle. You do like fountain if it's way of the hero, and then you place FW in ice at the start of it. And then when you get a bottle, you come back.
That's also a great play.
Gonna do the gainer strat here? No.
Not with the keys in those positions. They were
Yeah,
really
you'll get nailed. Yeah, interesting question in chat about Shadow and Spirit first. And Janak pointed out that if it is the Mirror Shield that's where the hero, it's only behind Mirror Shield lock checks. So kind of, I think Shadow, as much as I dislike Shadow, I think it's the stronger play, especially because you may get key locked as well.
Shadow is also the green. That's also the green medallion.
Yeah, so completing it gets you a lot of stuff. So.
But yeah, most likely we need both. That's what I'm betting on.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that happened.
I'd still like to do Shadow first in that case.
Ecola's placed Russo on the floor, which I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he's going to lose her.
Just maybe one argument for maybe Spirit first is that when you finish Shadow, then you can get 2 songs at the same time in Burning Keg. I don't think the time difference is that big.
Yeah, no, not with having Nocturne. There's a second bow. Let us wrap our head around where everything was. So, Ruto's letter was in Dampe race, which is Sphere 0. ZL was
Bolero.
Yeah, and we got Bolero kind of early, didn't we?
In the windmill.
So that bow is not bow locked.
I don't think it's bow locked, no. So the bow in forest is not way of the hero.
Yeah, it doesn't. We have other items in forest anyway that are clearly way of the hero, so it's only for fun to deduce it. But
oh, not a big chest here in Spirit.
yeah, so Co's decided to do Spirit.
Which,
I think it's a 50-50 play. I think I would in a Shadow.
Is Cola standing in a position where you can't get hit by the wolf host? It would be nice to know.
No, I think another bow. Yeah, I think he was just in an awkward position there. Yeah, Shannock's right. Find out if your child locks. Could be interesting information.
You can do those dungeons in any order, and it's defensible, in my opinion.
Yeah. The annoying thing would be if you did do the Hold of Shadow and it ended up being Song of Time, as we are key locked, and you don't find anything in Shadow, it's a long way to not find something in Shadow.
Seems like Cole is actually putting all of his money on Spirit here.
Yeah.
Because he's not doing a Shadow, he's just going Child.
I wonder if he is making an aggressive call because taking the second decision. It'd be an interesting thing to ask if he does join us afterwards too. Does he actually think that Spirit is the better play here, or is he taking the second best play in an aggressive way?
I would be curious to his thoughts if he really thought that Spirit is a better play. I do believe IGC is open indeed. You can go to Gennis Castle, but with the information that we have with Field Way of the Hero, I think you just have to do Shadow and Spirit first before doing anything else.
The only thing that makes me think that he did forget is that maybe you do IGC before Ice. But again, maybe he decided to take the second option. And we know like the power of Ice, like the meme of Ice, and how that last qual with that we watched the other day with Sponge and go into Ice and pick up Serenade like won you the seed by 40 minutes. So.
Well, I didn't watch that seed. I experienced the seed.
Oh, you were in it. Yeah, I forgot.
I finished, I think, next to last, but it was fun. It was a fun seed.
It was
educational.
Yeah, who knew Serenade was so important?
Yeah, that might be the case, Shannock. I don't really think that Spirit is to be preferred over Shadow unless you make a gamble. I think it's at least 50-50.
Okay, he's done now. He's just gonna go straight back
yeah,
out.
we're coming back out, okay.
Another ace change.
I don't think there can be any bait left if that is indeed the scale. I think we need the irons and we need the long shot. I don't think the path can point us towards a bait item unless it's the Score Tunic. I think there was a key in pillar, right? Or
Central pillar, yes. Yeah, that was a sometimes.
it would be very sad if those Way of the Heroes pointed towards either your Zora Tunic or the second wallet. Other than that, I think the hint is just it's not going to be bait.
Yeah, could potentially point towards that.
Nicola has been catching up on Jabu on the same number of required medallions and stones as Cola.
He's going to pick up the... Oh, that was the hint, the Requiem. So they just
actually checking that hint first before going to Ice. Yeah, to me it feels like we are in a sort of casino where both Spirit and Shadow could be the answers. Might also be able, yeah, we might also do both. Is this going to be one of those seeds where it's actually Song of Storms and then not Bottom of the Well?
Yeah, imagine. It's the last Storm's Grotto that you check. The seed just knows and just like moves it. Oh yeah, has Kola not gotten the Requiem song yet?
Yeah, he does have Requiem, otherwise he cannot get there as a child, right?
Oh, so I meant the Colossus song.
Oh, the Colossus song. Oh yeah, that's true.
He's decided not to pick that yet.
That's an old level of aggressive, picking up that song.
Just in and out.
To be fair, if I'm drinking cola, I would also turn aggressive.
Whoa, really?
All the sugar.
I don't think you could ever be aggressive, Matt.
You just have to fill in the space, right, when you're doing comms.
Interesting thinking about key logic. So we've got the key 1, key 2 from the child climb. Makes it very likely that the sunblock room is actually a key, because that would need to be key 3. I think it has to be key 3 actually at this point. It's key 4.
Yeah, we did have a magic way of the hero and found magic 2.
Yeah.
We were speculating it might be for spirit key logic.
And here's our divergence. Here is Eco heading into Shadow without the hover boots at the moment, because the hover boots are in Ice Cavern.
For a moment I forgot that Ecola still needs to pick up the hovers.
Yeah, so it can only do these two, but he's thinking, right, Nocturne's way of the hero. I don't know where the hover boots are, so I'm just going to gun for hopefully one of these two checks being the iron boots or something.
It makes sense to just dip Shadow. I think it's a very safe play.
Yeah.
Every now and then it pays out.
One mirror shield, lockpick, and a dead item.
I still remember a seed where actually the iron boots were in the first part of Shadow, which locked the hover boots in the end.
No way! Wow.
And I forgot to check it early. So yeah, don't go to seeds when you change your routing decisions. Later seeds.
Oh, nice little positioning where Cola was crouch stabbing there. So got all 5 crouch stabs in by sitting in that little corner by the throne. So that was really good. Why is Doc Heaps in chat?
I was also wondering the same thing. It appears that Doc Heaps has forfeited and decided not to finish the seed anymore.
Hi, Doc.
But you're welcome to watch the remainder of the seed with us here in chat.
Oh, was that GTG his way of the hero? At the Nocturne hint?
Oh, that's actually pretty big.
Whoa! So Eco knows where Requiem is, so that's a bomb to Ice Cavern to pick up Requiem and reverse into GTG. So all of this could be... The Nocturne could be way of the hero because Opponers is on the Shadow Medallion. Start again. So Opponers is behind Shadow on the Forest Medallion to get logical access to GTG, but we could just get Requiem, do a trick called Reverse Wasteland, which, believe it or not, is doing the Haunted Wasteland in reverse from Colossus to Gerudo's Fortress, and maybe picking up Iron Boots from there.
So yeah, so we're still looking for 2 items to get all our required medallions and stones. Longshot and iron boots. Scale seems to be locked by iron boots, so that's not an option. And then we need the light arrows, so 3 more items for completion of the seed.
Unfortunately, Jackson, looks as though that Iron Boots will not be DLC this seed.
That doesn't sound like a great experience, Doc. Better not do it again.
Tut, Doc Heaps. But I'm happy you're here.
How was your scoring, Doc? Were you still able to have a bad score?
I don't think Doc is playing the online tournament.
Oh, right. He was just doing for practice. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. We could have another discussion on whether playing in a qualifier and not intending to play in the tournament is an ethical thing to do, but that's another topic for another day. I am, of course.
Hot take, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I don't care. I like stirring the pot though.
So Cole is grabbing that key. Does he need it?
Or
is it maybe not a key?
Me and Shannon both feel like this is a small key. Oh, no, sorry, the BK is on the silver chest. We know this. That's why he's doing that. That's why he's not doing the check itself.
Oh, right, yeah. He didn't open the child blind key, so that's why he can waste his key. So we have an peek on Ecola's side to see if it's indeed the skill. I'm pretty sure it's just a skill.
Okay, I'll trust your judgment.
138 ice from Nicola.
That's almost that's not Russian ice, that's a casual stroll into ice. I wonder if he's just gonna go for the... No, you just do it, don't you? Especially with how Ecola has been playing, say. Which again has shocked me. Like, I don't know if this is just his normal playstyle or he's adopted a playstyle for this qual in general. I don't watch enough of Eco to really know. But it's been really interesting to watch as somebody who plays quite safe as well. It's reassuring to see somebody as good as Ecola playing in this sort of style.
Yeah, he doesn't finish top 3 every time, but like 9 out of 10 times. This might be one of those where he might finish a bit behind Cola. But then again, Cola has been nailing every decision so far.
Yeah, he's had one of those seeds that's just everything he's done has been correct thus far, and we'll see if he continues to be correct after doing all of these checks at Spirit, which at the moment hasn't gone out as planned. That jump to the big chest is so annoying. Like, for no reason whatsoever, you will just fall off. It's a certain position you stand, and I don't know where, and it's just the worst.
Yeah, there are a few of those jumps here in this game that are cursed. Similar jump is like DMC. Sorry, the trail jump.
Yeah.
You climb up as child, for example.
I know exactly the one you mean. Like, that one's even worse because you do the jump in a different way if you're a child compared to if you're adult. It's just so good.
So let's see how the Twin Rover RNG will be for Cola. This is not a good position. Okay, she's moving right, that's fine. Two for 2. Again, the ice version of Twin Rover is trolling by going all the way left.
Yeah, not been the most pleasant. Oh, nice.
You need to move, Cola, you're not in the correct position now. Never seen such a close call. And the swag jump slash, I love it. So Twin Rover is going to give 3 fire beams in a row, just to haven't damaged her. If you manage to screw up the one cycle, then you will get a different pattern.
It's actually better for you if you do mess up the one cycle, just hit her twice. And then, because she's not over that 50% threshold of damage, she'll do the 3 straight attacks again. And then you can just get in 3 crouch stabs on the second go. As Ecola, he got the hover gainer in ice, but he's just getting wrecked by these ice keys. That's really ruining the what could be a really nice glitchless section in Ice Cavern.
Short, yeah, he was thinking about the bomb refill, but he decided no, I'm fine with 6.
Yeah. Okay, so Spirit was itself as a dungeon and the items within it dead. Was it even like full barren? Like, did we find anything in there?
So there was a bomb refill on the Twin Rover.
Oh, okay.
So does... Are we going? We're going to play Requiem, yeah. Not going back into Shadow.
Well, Cola needs to read this hint to see GTG's way of the hero, and
What is his decision? He's going to Shadow still.
he's relying on the Shadow play here, the trusting on the way of the hero.
I think we actually need
Pyro
both. I
Castle,
think
Pyro
we have
Field.
now we have 2 unfulfilled Way of the Heroes.
No, he's out. He's gone. So now, suddenly, out of nowhere, we have 2 runners. There is opponents on Requiem. Oh, that's opponents on Requiem. So GTG's now in Logic. With Ice having Requiem and Horse on Colossus.
Are we seeing double GTG? Yes, we are. Let's go.
So the completion of Shadow isn't for opponents to get GTG. So what is the Way of the Hero for Hyrule Field for? If it must be to get Storms.
It can still be Storms, right?
Yeah, it's got to be what I said. What? 30 minutes in? Storms having locking light arrows?
Skipping Wastelands.
Not surprised. Not surprised. He's seen the GTG Way of the Hero. He is gunning for it.
Oh yeah, we could still be a bait hint. Song of Time must be on. No wait, it must be on Shadow Medallion.
Yeah, time is beyond Shadow Medallion. Yeah.
Oh right. Oh, that would be so. That would be the one thing that might. If only Cola read that hint first, he might have just saved himself a spirit if that's how it plays out.
Yeah, if he makes the decision to... Oh, big chest there. Makes the decision to go Shadow first, reads the hint. Like, there is no way you make a decision between doing Shadow and Spirit because of the hints, because you get a hint either way. There's one in Spirit and there's one in Shadow, so...
That's the only little mistake that Cola made when checking the hints. Depending on where the items are, it might hurt him like for like 10-15 minutes. Or even 20 minutes. So for Cola's sake, let's hope that we still need Song of Storms.
So Spirit wasn't a complete dud. He is going to pick up this big chest. Could do HBA.
Couldn't.
Oh, no, because he didn't pick up opponents from the Colossus.
There's going to be a time save. There's probably nothing on HBA with the information we have right now.
I wonder if he's just forgot about that. Like, it seems strange not to pick up the song. There is a trick you can do to... Oh, that's the bomb bag. Okay. Yeah, there's a trick you can do with long shot to get from the jail to a big chest on the fortress roof. But they only have hooked up, so that doesn't matter for now. So he had to go the long way around, which probably would have hurt Cola a lot just finding a bomb bag there.
More big chests, wow. Alright, there's the irons. Back into Shadow.
Irons.
Back into Shadow.
HG is done. Thinking that going to find the last item either in Shadow or through Shadow completion, which is very... It's one of those plays that I think a lot of less experienced, newer runners would just complete the whole of GTG for the whole mentality of clearing the dwarfs. But Cola knows that the last item he needs to find is the long shot. Okay, it needs the light arrows. They could be absolutely anywhere. They're not directly hunted. So I think it's a good play for Cola just to leave GTG and head back to Shadow.
Yeah, it's still a sort of casino. It might be for Song of Time for GTG logic. So if Ikola continues a bit farther and he finds long shot, that's totally possible.
And also, Cola doesn't have FW. Ikola can set FW here. And if the lights are in GTG, after getting the hint from Ganon, you could just put back here.
That will be a story of the seed where Cola has been rushing everything and skipping all the optional stuff, and then ending up losing because he just does the Spirit and Shadow.
Yeah.
I don't think that's pretty fair. This game is not fair.
Ikola is complacent, which heads towards his safe mentality that he has been following this whole seed. I think it's great that we've had two runners having two completely different mindsets. It's really made and showcased how interesting Ocarina of Time Randomizer can be. Oh, he is now actually playing FW and probably leaving. Like you could do a seed in so many different ways, and this just shows it's not like a normal speedrun where you just do the same thing all the time. Every seed is different, and that's why so many people love this game, because it's every seed is a new adventure.
Yeah, there's been multiple ways to play the seed, and depending on the way you play it, you have a different experience. It seems like to be two parts of the seed, like the early game where everything is just available and you have everything except Water Temple kit. And then you decide how you want to approach the second half, where there's so many options.
That was really intelligent from Eco to use the hook shot to get the Lizalfos down from that platform.
So we will soon have our answer. Is it just GGG after Braid Song of Time? Or? Right side doesn't look important so far. I haven't really checked, I haven't really seen if there was anything left side.
Yeah, there is a potential that it all could be pointed to Song of Time, so that's an interesting mechanic. If it is kind of all maze-related key logic kind of stuff. But it doesn't look like it's going to be. That might have been potentially a premature lead for Cola if it was there.
It might also be just what is it? Song of Time for Water Temple logic.
Yeah. Could just be BK behind the river.
Yeah, I think GTG doesn't have the light, doesn't have the long shot. I think Shadow and Spirit are the answers.
Yeah.
For sure Shadow and also the Spirit. So I don't see Cola lose this on restream.
You don't?
I think Cola is not able to lose against Ikola how it's been going so far.
Following kind of just what is left and what kind of the hints are pointing to and things like that.
I mean, he's ahead in Shadow. He is like he has long Spirit already.
Maybe if it's in the back, lights are in the back of GTG. Would have the walk back to GTG versus the FW in GTG.
If Longshot is here in Shadow, I also don't think he will lose by execution. But it will be a close finish then.
Yeah, going to be fun kind of back half of the seed now, kind of coming to the end of game now, as we have one more item to find to complete the seed.
We're not going to get the sub 2. That was already dead when we found the way of the hero in field.
Yeah, we could have said that after we got the found the mirror shield in Hyrule Field. Yeah, these kind of seeds have been averaging around first finishers about 220. Dependent on what's kind of required. They've been as low as 150, as high, probably about 3. I think I've seen 3 hours being some of the top times, and they are complete ADCs. Oh! That's the light arrow!
There's the answer, Benji.
So that's now a resolution to the Nocturne way of the hero. This is now resolved.
Yeah, actually it is. So maybe Longshot can actually be in GTT then after all.
So get your best Elvis Presleys out, because we are going to the casino for where the Longshot is.
That changes a lot. Yeah, that's the difference between paths and wards, because if it was path in, then for sure it would be for water.
Yeah, if there was a path in for Hyrule Field as the path to Bongo. Well, I mean, if it was just the light arrows, then there wouldn't be a path in. You don't get the path ins for the light arrows, but you do get waff hints for progression towards the light arrows.
So light, what is it? Longshot can actually be in Ganon's right now.
Yeah, still haven't seen IGC. Yo, Mr. Carp in chat. Carp, we've been talking about the multi-world name, and we have a suggestion from Milkweed of being called the Clownfishes, which we think is a strong suggestion.
I'm down for that name as well.
We didn't get any other strong suggestions.
So apparently Cola doesn't look away when he opens the door. That makes the trick a little bit harder. You're not even attempting the trick.
This is Cola's playstyle. Just like, fudge it. I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna do things as quickly as possible.
That was also pretty fast actually. Yeah. It's not a swag spread with the hovers, but
not doing an Alexis today. Which, if you saw the restream of Alexis, he had a bit of a nightmare wind tunnel, which he did say. And then there was a situation where Matt was in my chat in a race I was doing. He said, "You're not going to do an Alexis," and I was like, "No, I'm pretty good at the wind tunnel," and then I completely messed it up. So, Lagsland, absolutely Lagsland.
that's the second key, so we don't need to go to the back. We're not in Go mode yet, so we probably will. Do we have to BK actually? But I didn't pay attention.
I've not been.
I think I need to stun the big key.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Whoa, saved.
Oh, right. So we don't need to go to the back if we want to complete.
Wow, what a decision for that is. Like, you've got to do the back of it. There's no way you avoid it.
Yeah,
So,
just push the block and don't do it, yeah.
we'll give a bit of a summary as we hit 2 hours. So we found a lot of items really early on. We were able to do all 3 of our stones, like in the first hour 20, which was DC, Jabu, and Forest. The really interesting part of the seed is that we have a Hyrule Field Way of the Hero, where the 2 things we found is Nocturne for Forest Medallion Shadow, and Mirror Shield for Fire Medallion Spirit. So Storms is on AD, well, Storms is on Burning Cack, I should say. So we've kind of been theorizing, like, what is Way of the Hero? What's Way of the Hero in Hyrule Field? Is it Nocturne? Is it Spirit? Cola has been playing very aggressively. He's been very, very aggressive in
Cola is telling us that his tournament live is hanging on a thread.
Yeah, by hanging on the boat here. But as an entertainment, maybe it's valuable. I don't really know. But Cola decided to go to Spirit first. He was pretty much a whole Jabu in front of E-Cola, because E-Cola has played extremely safe for seed. Nothing in Spirit, but we've now found the light arrows in Shadow, meaning that is now resolved, and now we're just looking for the long shot.
I think Cola's going to skip the back. That's actually a very bold play.
There is a thin line between being aggressive and being reckless in Ocarina of Time Randomizer. I'm not good enough to know whether that was reckless.
Yeah, so he probably thinks it's the mirror shield. He probably doesn't think the song can be what. That would be a good explanation for this skip here.
Okay.
Because if you think it's a mirror shield, then you'd also think it's going to be storms.
So he's pushing storms then.
I mean, it's like an 80-20 gamble. So even if you don't know, even if you think it could be in the back, then you can still skip them. But yeah, you must be quite desperate then.
Yeah. So normally, in kind of regular settings, we normally play with 6 med, like win conditions, and we don't use stones. So the thought process is that if there's an always hint for Ocarina of Time, the song on Ocarina of Time in med conditions, because we've got bridge conditions, then Nocturne, the song on that would be Nocturne, becomes an always hint. And always hints can't be also Way of the Heroes. So Cola maybe, and this is kind of what we're saying in chat, is that Cola thinks that the Ocarina of Time song cannot be Way of the Hero because we are used to having...
Look at that. Just go to your items.
Cool. All right.
You're a bit speechless, Chuckles.
Sometimes you roll the dice, and sometimes it works out. And Cola rolled the dice plenty of times today, and he's been in the favour of the rando gods.
And Cola is in go mode at exactly 2 hours. Yeah, we also don't need the light arrows anymore, so we're just finishing in like 206, 207.
Yeah, just needs to find the water BK and is done.
Oh right, we still need to do water, yeah, I forgot about that. But
what an outstanding run from Cola. This has just been amazing.
What if it's still Song of Time? Oh, we have Song of Time, yeah.
Yeah, we could get Song of Time now.
Can you imagine that Cola would just save it, quit at Bongo and not get the medallion? Just to be more aggressive than he already is.
Let's just kind of recap what Cola has done this seed, or what Cola hasn't done this seed. Did not do Open Deku right at the start. Skipped Open Deku. Skips the hints in around Open Deku, which would have led to missing out on Field and Castle Way of the Hero. But Cola just found the duplicates of those anyway. Not doing the Back of Shadow. Not doing things like the Wasteland. Even though, was the Wasteland hinted? Can't remember. No, it wasn't.
No, I don't think it was hinted, but there were, let's say, they needed like 1 or 2 items and they had 1 or 2 unfulfilled wards left. So it's a reasonable skip.
He outright refused to pick up the song from the Colossus.
Yeah. I guess he didn't do memory game either.
No, he didn't do the memory game. What a run. What a run. And this is how you win qualifiers. This is how you win qualifiers. You do plays that seem a little bit outrageous, and if it falls your way, you pick up 100 points. And this is exactly what Cola needed. So, reflecting back on the qualifier standards, Cola picked up 50 points in the first qual, a very low score. Picked up 100 points in the second qual, and is in line for a huge point pool in the current race as well.
I would be very impressed if he didn't just win. That means somebody else was faster, apparently, with all the dungeons we had to do.
I mean, there's no way that somebody else is quicker than us.
Oh wait, he did do Spirit, wasn't it? Which wasn't necessary. So yeah, there might be actually someone faster.
That is true. He did do Spirit.
Yeah, if you just read the GTG hint, do something, do Shadow, do GTG.
But
you might.
The amount of stuff that Cola also didn't do. So we are on a 15-minute delay. I've actually not checked the race time yet to see what's happened in 15 minutes in the future. So I am kind of blind. I don't know whether other people have been checking it or whatnot, but we are going to be keeping to what we are seeing and what we are looking at, and not telling things in the future.
So when I said before that I didn't see a way that Icola was winning, I might be able to see a way now. So Icola has Force Wind, and if Song of Time is necessary, then Icola is going to save some time there.
Did Cola not pick up Song of Time?
Oh, I think none of the runners did pick up Song of Time yet.
Sorry, what I was going to say is, did he pick up the? Did he go in the blue warp after Shadow?
I mean, yeah, he must have done that. I don't think he did. But I'm trying to say that Icola has Force Wind, so Cola doesn't have.
I was just saying that Cola's medallion for Shadow isn't lit up. That's the only reason why I was thinking that if he didn't step into the blue warp. But you're right, like, the FW might be really important here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much time that would save, because water temp is not the worst to get back to, depending on the water level, of course. That's one way to make Icola overtake Cola in this race.
Yeah. Seems to be a very standard route for Cola. Especially without Song of Time, there's no reason why you wouldn't do this route through water.
Ah, so Cola's doing Dragon Chest first, which is smart. Because you cannot get there the preferred way. Oh, you just go straight with overs. I didn't know that was possible.
What, alongside the right-hand side wall?
Yeah, I usually touch the right side, right-hand side of the wall.
Yeah.
Probably picking up the second key. Is Cola going back child? Oh, he's picking up Song of Time, yeah. So he's figured that he needs Song of Time then. I think he had checks left, but maybe the key logic tells him Song of Time.
Yeah, probably just didn't want to start the Dark Link loop until he picked up Song of Time.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, with Serenade and Prelude, it's
Well,
not much of a time sink.
It was a quick intermezzo. I don't think it was enough time for Cola to get back into the race.
Yeah. Oh, nice little save there. Well done.
Just imagine if Cola didn't do Spirit, he would have gotten like 150 points if that was possible.
Yeah, the points they get capped at like 110 or something like that. But
Yeah,
he could
110, yeah.
But could very much kind of hit that kind of top range today. People are going to be looking at this race time chat and thinking, how on earth will somebody finish this quick? But I guess, like, you follow the wafts, you kind of follow the hints that you get, and I don't think the seed's quick. I don't think the seed is hard in any way.
No, it was a good seed. Yeah, there was a little bit of bait in the end, which Cola fell for. I'm not sure if it was a misread on the Watt hint or if he just believed that Spirit was a better play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
But yeah, it was actually pretty friendly seed with not too many items in strange locations. Unless you argue that the longshot on Bongo is a strange location.
Nah. No. It's,
No
I do
Bongo
find
today.
I do find it fun that I just find the whole thing fun. I just think just watching this has been really entertaining, and it's just been. It's hard to watch a race when a runner skips a check and misses something big. Like it's always a hard race to watch. It's never fun to do that.
And the risk is very high when you were watching Cola.
yeah. When that happens, it's very likely that there's a likelihood, a strong likelihood that does happen. But it's nice to just see everything work out. And here's the Song of Time required.
Wait, Cola did not go into the portal. Hold on. Hold on.
What? Really? No.
That's a big oof if that's really the case. That's easily losing him like 10 minutes. So he has to walk all the way through Shadow again.
Oh no. Oh no, that would hurt. I would be so angry. Because you don't push the block either to open the shortcut.
Oh, you can hit the target with the long shot from the direction. I didn't know that. It's so weird to say the quit out of the dungeon because it's almost as slow as just going for the portal and wait the cutscene out.
Yeah, sometimes like this Morpher cutscene, right, is long. And if you know that if it's something like Song Sanity, then you probably don't want the song. Or if you're in go mode, I don't know. Like there are some situations you would do it, very rarely. And I think knowing that song is Song of Time, and knowing that you're going into Water Temple looking for a boss key is an interesting decision.
Yeah, because you're basically taking. You already know that Central Pillar is a small key, so you have like a more than 10% chance that the Water Temple big key is Song of Time locked. So you're gambling like. It's like a 10% chance that you have to redo 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Which is like a minute time loss, just mathematically. And you just watch the cutscene then.
Okay, he's placing FW. So he's dispelled it from G to G, not needing it anymore, so. And let's see what song he plays. They're not erasing the BK, which is good. He's playing Prelude. He's walking back.
No, but he thinks he went through the portal, otherwise he doesn't walk here.
Oh no.
Wait, he's going. Yeah, he's.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Eco. Oh, my heart.
One of the biggest Pepegas I've seen in a long time.
Oh, my heart breaks. Walking back through here again. This is just not fun. Not fun.
Okay, let's do Shadow Temple a second time. But now with all the chests opened.
Yeah. Knowing that we just need to... Yeah, Bongo's dead. The corpse of Bongo is rotting in in the boss room.
Meanwhile, Cola is just on his way to Gannon. With the BGS, it's going to be a breeze.
Gonna be quick.
The main question will be, will he actually win, or was he overtaken by someone by doing Spirit Temple?
Yeah, it's almost like Deku versus Spirit at this point, and all kind of the other stuff that he avoided.
Yeah, he easily saved like 10 minutes or more by not doing stuff.
Imagine skipping the bat of Shadow, and then it's just sitting on Bongo.
Imagine winning an SGL call with doing triple dip Spirit Temple with Twin Rover. Not required. So never rule out Cola. He might have some bad results every now and then by yeah, just not doing that one check that he needs. But it can also be super vicious and just put everyone on a 15-minute gap. If it actually works out what he's trying to do. It also makes him very dangerous to play 1v1, because you never know what he skips.
Absolutely.
But in terms of tournament victory, if you like play at 10 seats, 1v1, then there's always one of those seats that are going to kick you out of the tournament.
Yeah, it's very, very high risk reward, which Cola just decided that was required to do in the seed, and it paid off massively.
But I can understand his strategy. It's like nicer to win like 5 times and maybe forfeit 5 times than to just finish second or third every time.
Especially when you are, you're in that kind of sphere of clear top 32 runners in the entire community. You don't want to be just rocking up in 5th place all the time. You want to be winning the qualifiers. You want to be taking those gambles to get that number 1. Because winning feels good.
So imagine that Cola was skipping the 3 checks in the back, and E-Cola is the one who is doing the boat trip twice.
Oh, that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, this is also a race where maybe some memes are being created again.
Always go through your blue walks.
Just skip Deku and never skip Song of Time. Cola is starting the Ganon fight right now. So, like 2.5 to 3 minutes left, I believe.
Yeah. And then it's always that 30-second cutscene, or 25-second cutscene, to be precise. Don't worry, I've timed it. There's not much to do in that 25 seconds. Be fearful of it and watch the time go down. When you're in a race time room, looking at no finishers.
Just count the number of snipes, yeah.
Yeah, waiting for the people to snipe you.
It's 1 hit, 2 hits, like 3 more. Oh, actually miscounted. It's Ganon down for Cola. Did he actually win? We'll know in a second.
Hotly anticipating.
I haven't seen any finish times in the chat so far. GG's to Cola with a time of 2:16. Well done.
I think we can say that was a absolutely fabulous race from Cola, and I'll say it, well deserved for coming in 1st place in this qualifier. So well done to Cola for taking the points that he definitely needed to get into a good seed in this tournament. And yes, Zephyr, Cola did in fact skip. Logically required, but hard not required entry.
Yeah, he also skipped his first bomb bag on Goma.
Yeah, it's probably easier for us to go through what Cola did do rather than what Cola didn't do, because the list of didn't do's is pretty big.
I think we are now waiting for Cola to join or not to join. commentary for a moment.
Yeah, I think
See if he
Cola
wants to
normally
join.
chats with us afterwards. E-Cola will not come. His English isn't the strongest, so doesn't prefer to come onto English restreams for a chat afterwards, but hopefully we'll hear from Cola.
Yeah, so Cola confirming what we already thought, that he maybe have forgotten that OT isn't always int.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just that there's so many different settings, just womping around, and so many different patterns of hints and always hints and stuff like that, that sometimes, you know, it's easy for us to judge. Sitting here watching two people race, but you try and make these decisions actually playing, and it's really difficult. So yeah, these kind of like very quick decisions, like just for example, when Coda decided to leave GTG, like that's a lot of thought process that goes into a very short amount of time. There's a reason why these runners are the top runners.
Yeah, that was also a gamble from our point of view. So Ecola is now also done with all his required dungeon rewards, and we'll be finishing also in like 6-7 minutes from now. He would have finished like 2 minutes behind Cola if he had just gotten Song of Time immediately.
That is true. But in terms of like the points that E-Color needed to hit a good score, a good seed, like we go on par time, so we take the top 3 times, that's an average time, and then we work out how far away runners' completions are towards that par time. As we're joined by Cola, GG's Cola for absolutely smashing this qual.
Yo, GG's.
Well done, well done.
What the hell, man? That was a weird seed.
So you're known as being highly aggressive, but today you took us down a journey that was absolutely bonkers. What was your
Yeah.
What was your strategy going into this? Because we've talked about how you had a low qual 1, a decent qual 2. What was your plan going into this?
Oh, I was just playing for fun, to be honest. I don't even know if I'm playing the tourney or at all.
Absolutely amazing.
I don't know. I just, well, I had 2 Warrior Heroes open when I got to Deku, and, well, I could do Higher Field and Forest Temple when I could have done Deku, so I just chose the Warrior Hero hints before Deku. And, well, the seed went from there.
The seed definitely did go there because you know you didn't do Deku.
Yeah.
You didn't, which is a decision and the right. Well, logically it had a bomb bag, had the first bomb bag, but other than that, I mean, you had 20 chews, so you were kind of rolling in it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I can't even remember kind of the list of stuff that happened here, but it's been a really interesting watch because you've played how you play and how you play well and smash this, and Eco's played in a very safe way. Like Eco did like Valley in Child 1, you know, did Goron City in Child 1, so.
Oh, I hate Valley in these settings because there's a double hint for Valley. It's so bad to do Valley early on and then read the hint later.
And
Which is
you
what
do
happened,
get
yeah.
Chapu, it's the best hint in the game, the Valley.
Oh yeah,
Valley.
it's so good. I love that hint.
So let's go to kind of your thought process. So you did DC, you did Jabu, you did Forest. You know, we know we needed to do those dungeons. We got to a bit of a point in the seed then where it was like, well, Ice is open, inside Ganon's castle is open. So talk us through your thought process.
Well, you have Strength 2 and the Mirror Shield, and presumably I thought that the Mirror Shield is way there, right? And I wanted a way to cross the wasteland somehow. The only song that I had available to me was actually the song in Ice Cavern. I couldn't get another one at the time because I couldn't cross because I don't have a long shot or a Pona song. So I need to go for the song in Ice Cavern basically.
Well, you could have got the Colossus song because you spawned on the wasteland side.
Right,
Right.
yeah. I guess I could have crossed as a kid,
Yeah.
but
Which we thought was
uh,
interesting.
Could
You
have been
both
something.
didn't go for that at the start, and I was because I played an async where I spawned there, and I was like, does this even work? Like the setup to get there, and it does.
yeah,
Um,
it does surely work, but I don't know. I just didn't really think about that, to be honest.
Yeah.
You never gotten the song anyway, even not without the Requiem.
Yeah, I mean, after I get Requiem, I don't want any songs because Song of Storms is on Burning Keg, and I don't know. Well, for the Song of Time, it was a 50-50 in the end. It could have been Song of Time on the Colossus song.
Yeah, that was so funny how you entered Spirit 3 times as adult, then child, then adult, and at no point did you leave to get the song. It was like, yep, this is.
Yeah, I just didn't need it. Like, I was convinced that Spirit Temple was just gonna have the long shot, and then it didn't, and it means, yeah, you gotta beat Shadow to get into bottom of the well, right? But that's not how it works if Nocturne is just way their own field instead.
Yeah, and it leads to the I've watched a lot of Ocarina of Time seeds, and I've commentated on a lot of seeds, and you skip in the back of Shadow and then just
That was
long
fucking
shot.
incredible because, like, I was so convinced that Storms was the answer.
Yeah.
Because after I beat Shadow, I obviously get Storms and go into bottom of the well.
Yeah.
But
I'd be
yeah,
surprised when you one shot there.
yeah, I was just convinced that the Mirror Shield was actually Way Arrow, and I wasn't gonna find anything else in Shadow because I had the Light Arrows found there already. So I didn't actually need any items anymore, in my opinion, because the long shot was gonna be in bottom of the well.
Yeah, and from our side, we kind of we knew that it was probably going to be Nocturne. I mean, it could be the Mirror Shield and Storm as well. But when we found, so we were just like, oh, the long shot's in Shadow or something like that, whatever. And maybe it would be like light arrows at the bottom of the well, and that maybe is why the Mirror Shield is required. But when we found the light arrows, we were just like, well, this is resolved. Like,
Yeah,
this way the
that's
hero-
actually scary. Like, after Light Arrows, you can potentially leave. Just not complete Shadow Temple.
Yeah, you can go
If you
to-
want to do like
yeah.
GTG or something, then you could find Longshot there. It's conceivable.
Okay, let's do some admin as Eco has just finished in 226. That is good for 5th place. We'll go through who has finished since then as well. So King Cariosa, who has already done enough quals. This is just for fun, again, for Cariosa. Finishing in 2nd place, 5 minutes behind, or 4.5 minutes behind Cola. 221. So we haven't actually covered this yet, but very quickly, E-Cola didn't go through the blue warp in Shadow and missed Song of Time. And
Oh
so had to
no,
go
dude.
through. So he was about 2 minutes behind you. But
Wow,
had to go through Shadow again.
that's really unfortunate that you need Song of Time in Water Temple then.
Yeah. A minute behind Cariosa was Pyra at 2:22:29 PGs. 4th place is Zeph, who is only 2 seconds behind Pyra. So we were talking about sitting at that cutscene waiting for people to snipe you, and that it wasn't even in the cutscene. It would have been after the cutscene, slicing the nose off a cannon. So very close finish between those two. And then we get E-Cola in 5th place at 2:25. So the times for those are so close together. I can imagine everybody in that top 5 probably hitting 95 to 100 points based on the par time of that. So I think it's going to be a very, very good haul for people in the seed.
Yeah, and again, GG's to you, Cola. It was fun to watch.
It's kind of incredible I still won despite doing the entire Spirit Temple.
Yeah, we were saying that. You could have been like 15 minutes faster. Could have been a sub
Yeah,
2.
exactly. Like, if I never
Wow.
go into Spirit Temple, like, I would have had like a 2-hour time flat.
Yeah, that would have been
Crazy.
incredible. And then people
So,
would have been sitting here being like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
So I hope you paid attention, chat. This is how you win quals. Can recommend. Try this at home.
Yeah, some of it are just happy to, you know, hit middle of the pack. But when you play like you did today, Cola, it's just like, just fly through the seed. Everything you touch turn to gold. Misinterpret the hints, but it works out anyway. Who cares? Like, this was a destined win for you today.
Yeah, it's either you have a really good time in Rando or you just have the worst time of them all. But there's no in between. It's one or the other.
Yeah, that's a really good mentality. We're here to play fun. There's no point in getting frustrated in a game that can be very frustrating, as you know, all of us here are fully aware.
So I have no further questions. So unless you have some chuckles, maybe we should let Cola go.
Yeah. Any other kind of points that any of the points that you want to cover before you leave, Cola? Anything we've maybe missed off or?
I think I covered the most things.
Cool. We'll just make sure that Eco definitely doesn't want to join. Like I said, Eco often doesn't join English restreams for a chat afterwards, just because of the language barrier. But let's kind of look through maybe the quals a little bit. So, Cola, you said you might not be playing in the main tournament. Is that right? Or in
I'm
this
not sure
tournament?
yet. Well, I'm still deciding.
Well, it's single elim brackets, so you know.
Yeah, maybe I can make the time. I'm not sure. I'm also in World Tour tournament, and scheduling for that is a nightmare.
Yeah, so it'd be good to see you. Good to see you play. You're always a joy to watch and to commentate on. Ariosa already played enough quals, so Pyra, Zeph, and Eco getting some big points. They are 3 people who were missing a qual, so they're going to really jump up the ranking. So GG's to those. I think Scorpio. I don't know where we are, but Scorpio came 6th afterwards. I think he already did enough quals. And then there is another runner who hasn't finished yet because of the time delay, but who cares now? So Alexis is another runner who needed a qual and came 9th. So still going to be a good set of points, but maybe not enough as what they were looking for. And still a couple of runners still running. And that is probably that. So let's wrap up by saying thank you to absolutely everybody who put on this fantastic show, starting with our 2 runners in Cola and Eco. The Soda matchup we were all waiting for. Unfortunately, Emo Soda couldn't be here to come, or Fanta, but you were stuck with us. And the rest of the wonderful team today, Shannock for tracking and just being there in chat in general, making sure we don't falter, and Mara for tracking and admin alongside Star. And then you've had 2/3 of the Clownfish here today, in myself, Chuckles 501, and MathMat.
Yeah, that was fun. Hope you have a great day, everyone. And good night if you're in Europe.
Time for bed for us Europeans. Unless you're crazy, I'm going to play more seeds.
No, not today.
And then, of course, everyone in America, good day to you. Bye.
Bye-bye.